Hi there and welcome to your Silverstone Car Track Day. This video is designed to replace your normal safety briefing and should give you lots of information to support you with your day. Now we've done a lot of new measures here in line with government safety guidelines to make sure that you and all of our colleagues here have a safe and enjoyable day. Now upon arrival at the gate we'll be conducting temperature checks for you and any of your guests, so please just allow a little bit of extra time at the gatehouse to get you through those safety checks. You'll find handheld sanitizer stations all around the site. Please make use of those and please follow social distancing guidelines. Mask zones will be clearly marked. Please, when you're in those zones, put a mask on. And again, make sure in those zones you're well aware of social distancing requirements. Now, if you have any symptoms prior to the day or on the day, a cough, high temperature, loss of taste, loss of smell, please seek medical attention and do not attend the venue. If in the previous 3 weeks to your track day, you've had any contact with anyone who's got any of those symptoms, has shown any signs, or has been diagnosed with COVID-19, again, please do not attend the event. If Public Health England have declared your hometown a lockdown area, then you cannot travel for leisure purposes. So again, please do not travel to the venue. Visit our website for details as to see what we can do to rearrange your day for you. Now the Silverstone team here, we've worked very hard to be able to provide you all the extras that bolt onto your car track day and make it very enjoyable. Passengers, tuition, helmet hire, all of this can be arranged on the day, so please, at your signing on, make your requirements known to the Silverstone staff. Our catering venues are all open. There may be some restrictions on food as we have a limited range, and there will be one-way systems potentially in operation. So to stay as safe as possible, please wear your masks. Please maintain social distancing and just make your way through those catering areas the best you can. If at any point during your day you feel unwell or you need medical attention, please use the phone number 01327 320 254. So now onto the exciting bit, your car track day. Registration will be open from 8 o'clock in the morning through to 09:30 hours, and sighting laps will start around 08:45 hours, so please be ready for that. When you get to signing on, you'll need your licence with you and you'll be issued with a wristband. You must have that wristband on as it will be checked later in pit lane. Now your car must be ready for inspection at the end of pit lane as you make your way down there. Windows must be closed and the towing eye must be fitted, please. Stay behind the car in front in the wheel tracks as you are doing your sighting laps. You'll be doing 2 sighting laps behind the pace car and then you'll be brought back into pit lane. So please make sure you follow that pace car safely back into pit lane. Now during your sighting laps, yellow flags and lights will be displayed all around the circuit from the marshal's post. Please just familiarise yourselves with where these are. They're there to tell you you're doing your sighting laps, but also as the day progresses you may see these come on, which we'll touch on later. Noise limits on the day are 102 decibels drive-by and 105 decibels static. Monitors are placed all around the circuit here at Silverstone, so if your car exceeds that, you will be brought back in, you'll be black flagged and brought back in, and we'll give you another opportunity to take the static test. Unfortunately, if your vehicle still fails at that point, that will be the end of your day, so please make sure your car complies with the strict noise restrictions we have to adhere to here. And race control. Race control monitor the whole of the circuit and they are there to ensure everyone is safe and everyone knows what is going on. They are talking to the marshal post, so they'll be getting flags displayed should they be needed and getting the lights on. Now for flags and lights, the yellow flag. Now this is if you are coming up on some sort of incident. If you are, please moderate your speed. Please be aware you are coming up on something on track and be prepared to take any action that's needed there. If those lights and flags then turn red, that means that incident cannot be safely recovered without stopping the session. If that is the case, please make your way back at sort of 60-70% pace, make your way back into pit lane and await further instructions from the pit lane marshal. If you see the black flag and it is pointed at you, and it will be a double black flag, that suggests there's either something wrong with your car or that is the naughty boy flag, and therefore we need to get you in. Again, please do a sense check, make sure you're not leaking oil or there's smoke behind the vehicle or something doesn't feel right. If everything still feels right, make your way back into pit lane and report to the pit lane marshal. Now the checkered flag, obviously this means the end of your session. It will be shown in a couple of places. Once you've seen this, please make sure you're looking out for it towards the end of your session. And again, you make your way back in, knock your speed off 60-70% of pace, get back into pit lane, and so we can get the next session going. And finally, if you see a red and yellow striped flag, that is the limited adhesion flag. Now, that may mean you're coming up on a corner where there's been a little rain shower. It also may mean there's been an incident earlier in the day. We've cleaned the track, but there may be some concrete dust or there's been some fluid spilt earlier in the day. So again, if you see the red and yellow stripe flag, just be aware that is the limited adhesion flag. Now, overtaking. Please overtake on the left. Please do not overtake in the corner or in the clear braking zone. Again, that pace is dictated by the vehicle in front of you, so please be aware that overtaking should be done on the left and should be done safely. And be aware of the faster cars on the straights. If you are a slower vehicle, please keep an eye on your mirrors. If you see a faster car coming, please put your right-hand indicator on and move over to right to allow that faster car to safely pass through. If you are the faster car, please don't drive aggressively trying to harass the slower vehicles to get out of your way. They will see you, they will move. This is a very wide circuit. This is the UK's only Grand Prix circuit. So plenty of room out there for everybody. Please drive courteously. Now, if something does happen on track and you're unhappy with it, you feel that something bad has happened, on your return to pit, please find the pit lane marshal with as much details as you can. If you've got a registration number or a vehicle number of any sort, where it happened, we can look at the cameras and take any action that may be necessary. So what to do if you have some sort of problem out on circuit? Well, we'll give you a couple of scenarios just to try and give you an idea. So scenario one, you notice there's some oil leaking from your vehicle, there's smoke behind it, you think you're leaking oil. What would you do in that scenario? We would ask you to, as safely and as quickly as you can, pull off the track. Do not make your way back to the pits, pull off the track, and the circuit, race circuit people will see that, and we will go to yellows to warn everybody else. And then we need you to get out of the vehicle, if it is safe to do so, and get over the barrier. Get yourself nice and safe. We will then get people out to recover you, and we will assess what the situation is with the track. So that's the best thing to do if you see some sort of oil or fluid leakage from your car. So scenario number two, you've had a little incident, you've hit the barrier. Well, don't worry, you're not in trouble. These things do happen. What we're worried about in this situation is your welfare. We need you safe. So firstly, as long as it's safe to do so and you feel okay, please exit the car, please get yourself over the barrier, please make sure you're nice and safe. If you don't feel too right, please await the safety teams. We then ask you to go to the med centre just to get yourself checked out. Your safety, your welfare is the most important thing. So pop along to the med centre, get yourself checked out, make sure you're all safe. Now, option three or scenario three, you've spun your car. Well, don't worry, it happens. We've all done it. So the best thing to do is firstly to compose yourself. Don't sort of go straight for the gear and to get away. Just compose yourself, take that brief second, and then check if it's safe. Is it safe for you to rejoin? Are the vehicles coming down on you? Engage first gear and get yourself going again. It's always worth, that spin may have been a mechanical problem. So if needs be, get yourself back into pit lane, just have a little look, is your vehicle all okay? And again, you potentially get yourself back out on track. Now passengers. Passengers are allowed in the vehicle, but of course government guidelines may change around guests and passengers, so please check your email checklist prior to attending the venue and also look at government guidelines to make sure that's still available. Seatbelts and helmets must be worn at all times whilst in the vehicle, of course, so make sure the helmet is fastened and make sure your seatbelts are nice and tight. When you're out and about on the perimeter roads of Silverstone, all access roads are a 20-mile-an-hour speed limit, and we do check that. So please make sure you're nice and safe. There's a lot of vehicles travelling around the Silverstone circuit, some agricultural vehicles, some tractors, those kinds of things. So please make sure you're travelling at a sensible speed. Now in pit lane, because of obviously all of the traffic, vehicles and people with heads elsewhere, we don't allow children under 16 in the pit lane. So please make sure if you do have children with you that they are elsewhere in the venue. There's plenty of spectating points, but not in pit lane, please. Inside the vehicle, obviously no loose objects. This is a race circuit. You'll be subject to forces within that vehicle. So just have a check there's nothing loose, there's no mobile phones flying around that you may have to try and retrieve whilst on a racetrack. Just have a check of that. Now cameras as well, GoPros, those kinds of things, they must be securely mounted inside the vehicle. Again, not handheld, not sliding around, just securely mounted, please. Arms and legs, your arms and legs must be covered. But if you are inside a saloon car, you can have a short sleeve shirt on, but please make sure your arms and legs are covered if you're in any kind of open top vehicle. Now fuel on site, the one thing to note is your car will use far more fuel around here than you ever expect. If you normally think you can get 200 miles out of a tank, I absolutely guarantee you will not get that round here. So the fuel station will be open, it takes card, it's open 24 hours. If you have fuel within your garages, please be aware, storage of that is really hazardous. You'll be coming in very hot vehicles, as will other people inside the garages, so please store your fuel very, very safely. Now we don't allow timing, there's no timing permitted. If you do have telemetry fitted to your vehicle, please look at that when you get home. This is not a race, this is a track day, so please no timing. A key one really, but please drive within your limits. Yes, it's a racetrack, but feel under no pressure. You need to drive where you are comfortable. You need to enjoy your day. We want you to go home safely and come back and see us again. So please drive within your limits and enjoy your day. And finally, just warm up and cool down your car. Just before you go out, get the fluids around, make sure it's working well. And as it comes back in, everything will be very, very hot on that car, from brakes to tyres to obviously engine, all of that, exhaust. So just allow the time on your lap back in, just allow the air to flow through it to allow the car to cool down. Now, of course, the weather may change. Silverstone is a big expanse, and I know from personal experience you can arrive at one corner and we're having a little rain shower, and then the far side of the circuit is bone dry. So please watch for the weather, be mindful, and if you start to see limited adhesion flags or it clouds over, just be aware that the weather can change. We want you to have a great day here at Silverstone. Please enjoy Silverstone. Don't forget your licence, do some checks on your car before you get here, but please come and have a great day and then come back and see us. Novices, if this is your first track day, what a great choice you've made, what a great circuit you've chosen. But we know you're going to be nervous. We all were. It's a good thing. You are going to have the best day. We're going to do everything possible to make you have the best day, but we do need some things from you to work towards that as well. Now, it's always worth doing your homework prior to the event. There's lots of laps of Silverstone on the internet, in car, on all sorts of different cars. That gives you an idea of where the track goes, gives you an idea of braking points and apexes, so you're a bit more prepared before you get here. So please use the internet, find some good laps and watch them over and over and really familiarise yourself. Now on the day, registration is 8 AM to 9:30. Don't forget your licence. You're going to need that, because from that we will give you your wristband, and that's what's going to get you out on this fantastic circuit. So just do not miss those times. Prior to the day, again, just go over your car, just check things, silly things, just, is everything tight? Are you happy with everything? Is it all going to last a day on this fantastic circuit? So just make sure you've prepped your car. Going back to the day, fuel levels, as I mentioned earlier in the other video, cars around here will use an awful lot of fuel, so please make sure you're bringing lots of fuel and you're keeping an eye on that fuel level. You do not want to run out of fuel on one of the super fast straights around here, so please make sure that your car is nicely fueled. And similarly with other fluids, check the water in the radiator. Is it all topped up? The car will get very hot around here. With tyres, your tyre pressures, it's wise to bring a gauge with you. After a few sessions on track, or certainly after one session on track, your tyre pressures will rise dramatically. You may want to check those, let a little bit of pressure out. So bring a tyre pressure gauge with you. The other thing is, with yourself, make sure you're hydrated. It gets hot inside the car. You're using a lot of concentration, a lot of energy. Keep yourself hydrated. Make sure you've got plenty of fluids going in, and try and eat. Just relax. Make sure you've eaten. Make sure you're in tip-top condition, just as your car should be. We just want you to have a great day. If you have any questions on the day, please find a Silverstone colleague. We'll all be in instructor jerseys, or you will see Silverstone uniforms around. Please ask. That's the key to enjoying your day.